We go to our second guest of the segment. We go from the all-time leading rusher to the all-time winningest quarterback at BYU. His name's Max Hall, and he is also on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Max, what's up, man? You're following Jamal Williams. No pressure, bro.
Yeah, I actually think it's a little bit of bullcrap that you guys put him ahead of me, but I understand he's Jamal Williams. So
Just got to do it.
Good thing I like the kid because I was a little upset he went first.
Yeah, you followed John Beck. I think you'll be just fine here on the show today.
You're right.
So BYU schedules. Well, first, let's talk about this. Jamal Williams, one of the best skill position players to come out of BYU in a while. Where do you think he ends up going in the draft? What do you want to see?
Wow, that is a tough question. I'm not going to try to predict where he goes in the draft, but I do know this. Whatever team picks him up, I think is going to be very happy, and that's a pick well spent because what Jamal did at BYU, I think, is pretty special, and I think he's a guy that can definitely play at the next level. And I'm rooting for him. Jamal's one of those kids where you like him so much, you want him to do well. He grew so much as a player and as a person at BYU and all the adversity he had to overcome, and then all the records and things he set. So he's just one of those guys you root for him, and I think he's going to do well. I'm excited for him.
Max, what was your reaction yesterday when you saw that BYU scheduled a home-and-home with Tennessee?
Well, I was way excited about it, and I love what Tom Homel's doing and the schedule that he's putting together. And it shows that we're not afraid to go out and play the best teams in the nation. And to schedule a team like Tennessee, if I'm correct, I don't think BYU's ever played Tennessee before. And so to get 2 games scheduled with them and what Tennessee represents and the tradition and to have a chance to play a team like that, I think is going to be fantastic for BYU.
What's it like as a former player to see some of these schedules that BYU's lining up in the future?
I love it. We're going out and trying to play the best teams in the nation. And BYU's got to bring it. They got to prepare. They got to get recruits in. They got to continue doing what they're doing and getting better so we can compete with these teams. But I love it, and I think BYU fans like it too because when they go watch the Cougars play, they want to go watch them play the best. They don't want to see teams that BYU's blowing out by 50. They want to see them compete with the best around the nation, and I think Cougar Nation's excited about it, as am I.
Max, who do you think was the best team that you faced during your time at BYU? For me, thinking about your career, the first team I thought of was Oklahoma. Is it somebody other than that, you think?
Oklahoma is definitely the first team that comes to mind because when we played them, they came into the season ranked number 3, Sam Bradford and a bunch of those guys that they had coming back, but based on the season they had after us, I don't know if I would say that they were the best team we've played. They're definitely up there. And as I think back of the teams, there's only one team that we lost to twice, and that was TCU when they had Andy Dalton. And that was a good football team that they had my junior and senior year. So other than Oklahoma, TCU's right there. Yeah,
it's crazy. You think about the quarterbacks that you had to face opposite you. These guys that have been in the league, you got it into the league as well. So that was pretty fun time in the Mountain West. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. The Mountain West obviously has some bottom feeder teams, but I mean, you take us and Utah and TCU. I mean, we had some really good teams during those years. Even the Utah team my junior year, right? That went and won the Sugar Bowl. I mean, we had some good competitive teams playing against each other. And then, most of my non-conference games were Pac-10 teams, Pac-12 teams. So I got to play some of those, but I never got to play, a Tennessee or a Wisconsin or some of these teams that BYU is going to play in the future. And, I wish I had that opportunity.
Max, Tanner Mangum's now officially BYU's quarterback. How much can having all of the reps with the ones from day one of the offseason benefit him heading into this year?
It's huge for the mental psyche of a quarterback because he's no longer in this kind of QB battle. He's going to get most, if not all, of the reps. And it's also mentally for a quarterback, it's his team now. And he gets to mold it. He gets to shape it and become the leader and step into that role. as the guy going in. And I think it goes one of two ways for quarterbacks. They either get nervous about it and that they got to take over, or it shoots their confidence sky high. Like, this is my team. These are my guys. I'm going to get them ready to go play. And I feel like Tanner is the type of person to where he's going to step up to the plate and he's going to have that confidence. And I'm excited to see what he does going into the season and preparing the team, and obviously what he does during the season.
What are your overall thoughts on his skill set specifically?
Well, Tanner, I mean, can do it all. I mean, he's a great pocket passer. He's very accurate. He's got a strong arm. He's mobile enough to where he can move around or where he can boot out and make throws on the run. The only kind of thing that I've heard about him is that he just needs to get better in the classroom and keep working to really get to know Ty Detmer's offense. And that's what's so exciting about this right now is he has a whole off season where he's going to get all those reps. You know, I would anticipate he's going to spend a lot of time in the classroom with Ty and with his receivers and getting on the same page. And, it could be an explosive, exciting year offensively for the Cougars.
One of your guys at American Leadership Academy, Donovan Hanna, signed with BYU earlier this month. Tell us a little bit about Donovan and how he got connected with BYU.
Yeah, we're all really excited and happy for Donovan. Donovan's a great kid. I think he's everything that BYU wants in a recruit and as a student athlete. He's a 4.0 student. He's a great kid off the field, very kind, respectful. You never have to worry about him. And then, on the field, he's a big tight end. He's 6'6", 230 pounds. He's got to get a little bit bigger, and he'll do that in the next couple of years. But he catches everything. He runs great routes. The only thing that I didn't do a lot with him is actually put him next to the tackle and put his hand in the ground, so he'll have to learn to do that. But Ty's going to love him because like I said, he catches everything. He's a guy you can keep in there in the run game and in the pass game. So we're excited for Donovan, happy for him. Great kid, and I think BYU coaching staff and BYU fans are really going to like him when he gets up there.
Well, Max, great stuff. We appreciate the time. Always fun to talk to you, and best of luck there in Arizona.
Yeah, you guys have me on more often, man.
You got it.
We will.
You got it. More than Dennis Pitta for sure.
Please do, because your ratings are going to drop big time if you keep putting Dennis on there. All
I know. We can't have dudes that watch The Bachelor on the show. Anyway, Max, we appreciate the time, brother.
Hey, thanks, guys. See you later.
We'll see you, Max. That's Max on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.